Hey guys, this is Tracy from Slavens Racing. Set of Raven cartridges, or complete Ravens actually. We're going to do a service on it and respring it. We had Cycle News out doing a photo shoot, and the guys that were riding needed softer springs. So we're going to take and freshen it up, put fresh oil in it, and new springs to suit Alec for his riding. So getting them apart, taking the cap, getting the caps off of it, takes a KYB wrench. Versus normal cartridge for WP is a 50 millimeter, and this is a odd shaped wrench for KYB. $19 millimeter socket. Take the bottom out, or the base nut anyway. Pull everything out. Old spring. Okay. If you don't like oily hands, you might want to wear gloves because this is messy. All right, so we're going to put this in, get the top piece out. It takes a press that MX Tech has made. Comes as a kit, comes with some other tools for it to disassemble the cartridge. It works really good. You could do it other ways, but this is the best way to get it done. It has a stop. When you push this down so far, it will come, you'll feel it, like that's it. I take an X-Acto knife and peel down by the edge of the clip and then just pop it out. Once you get it out, just unscrew it. Just so that I can grab a hold of it, I can press it down to where it goes ahead and pushes everything up. Compress a little bit and this is sticking up. If you just take and wiggle it back and forth, it'll come out. If you try and pull straight out, it's got quite a bit of suction. Any kind of a brake clean will get all the oil and stuff off of it. Just makes it a little easier to mess with. So it's still got oil in this, and I just cycle it, and it'll finish emptying all the dirty oil and stuff out. This oil isn't too bad, but we went ahead and going to go ahead and do it since we had to take it apart for springs anyway. So we'll go ahead. I've already got these apart, cleaned up, ready to go back together. So I take 200 cc's of oil, fill it up, not really fill it up, but pour the 200 cc's in, kind of back and forth on it to get a lot of the air out, purge it to the top.
Hold up a little bit higher. There you go.
That gets all the air out of it for this part of it. This is the top piece that has the base valve in it. You slide it in, kind of squeeze it back and forth to get the air out of it. And you have to have this vise to get this pressed back in. You can do it other ways, but this is the safest way to do it. I've done it with off of a press, but you risk breaking stuff, and it's best to just get the kit that comes with it if you're going to service your own stuff. So you put it in. All we're doing is pushing it in. It's got the spring in there, and it's pushing the piston and the oil down. Kind of hear it squirting around. You can actually feel where it stops. It's got a, if you turn it past that, you run the risk of breaking something. Let's see. So it's just a snap ring, and just an X-Acto knife really helps slide in to get behind it, to pull it out, and to push it back in. Once it's all in and seated and in the groove, you just back it off. It's got holes here for excess oil. It's build up from when I just bled it. I cover it just so I don't leak oil everywhere. And you want to compress it a couple times, and it'll finish shoving all the air out. Once that's all done, it's going to have oil in this. That's what it purged out. So you want to get that out. And now we're ready to assemble the spring perch and the spring seat and set the preload on it. Okay, so I've kind of got everything already set. I know what preload spacers I've got to have. You want to put them in the very bottom. Some of them take a different depth in here, so you're pretty much going to have to put them in and check. We send instructions on checking and setting preload, but I still get a lot of questions about doing it, so we'll make this happen here. So get it centered in. Threads are going to be sticking through. It's got a hex on the other end that fits down inside the foot, bottom lug. tighten it up as much as I can by hand. I'll make sure it's good and tight here. You just want to snug. You don't have to Armstrong it and over tighten it. Just it needs to be nice and snug. Okay, so I've got everything tightened up on the bottom. It's already got some tension on it. Is what I like to do is taking. It's got a clip with. I think there's 8 or so, maybe 12. I can't remember. Rings that these snap rings, this circlip goes in. So I'll take and shove it all the way to the top and just let that free float. Okay, then I take and measure from there up, and I'm right at 171 millimeters. And so we'll take and pull it back down to where it was. Take another reading with the clip and some pressure on it. I'm still only at 168, and I need to go down a little more. One more clip on it. We like setting preload. I send them all out at 6 millimeters, anywhere from 6 to 8, depending on off-road applications that you're doing, or if you just want stiffer preload. I'm at like 166, and it was 172. So there's our 6 millimeters of preload. So that part of this is done, and it's ready to fill the outer chamber with oil. On this particular set, I'm going to put 350 cc's in the outer chamber. So we use the MX Tech Blood Racing. It was designed, and Jeremy has spent hours upon end developing an oil specifically for these Ravens cartridges. So that's what I put in, all of his stuff and even others that I rebuild and stuff like that. So So we'll take and raise the cap back up. Snug everything back up so it'll be ready to install on the bike. These take a KYB wrench, so for the guys that are putting cartridges, the Raven cartridges in their WP forks, you'll have to have 2 different wrenches. One of them's for the WP, and then KYB is what fits these. Okay, so this one has been bled on the inside, fresh oil. Spring preload has been checked and set. So this one is ready to be put back on the bike and go ride.